Hey everybody, this is Coach D. Wanted to respond to the request on how to use the seasonality function. I've showed that off a few times. It's really relatively simple. You just go to your chart, set your chart. You go up to the style button right there, and you click on that. And then when the pop-up window comes up, you come down to where it says Chart Mode Standard right here. You just choose seasonality. Now the trick to it is now that it's in seasonal mode, what you'll see is the blue line, wherever the blue line is on whatever stock you're looking at, represents the current year to date. And then the red line represents the average of the history. Now you have to make this work, you have to actually load up a bunch of data. So you need to go down and choose like the 20-year daily or set it to 20-year weekly so you can get the maximum amount of data. So if I set that to 20-year daily, now I've got that set up where now that red line is now an average of the last 20 years. And you need to zoom in on that. And so in order to do that, you have to actually go click on that little squiggly line right there. And that's where you can go from an auto default setting, the scaling on the chart, to manual. Once you're in a manual mode, you can come down and just highlight the red line. So you want to come down and just highlight that part. Now you have to have your cursor set to just the arrow so you can just highlight that part. And now you've got the average information, which is what you're after. So you really want to focus on that. And again, what you're looking for is that seasonal cycle. You're looking to understand where there's obvious trends. So this is the utility sector, which I made that little video of. And you can see that again, early in March is when it starts to take off. And that's where you see a seasonal trend over the last 20 years. The average has been, from March through, June, it's been relatively bullish. Then you see it decline steadily throughout the summer months with a lot of chop. And then you'll see from October through December some bullish climbs. And so, that'll actually serve you well on just about, you can do it on any individual stock you want to look at. You can do it on any sector, of course. Anything with, the maximum amount of data. If you're looking at a stock that doesn't have a full 20 years data, you'll get a partial, you'll get the same average just running on less data. So it becomes more useful the more data you have. And I'd consider 20 years the modern market era. So that's a pretty good measure of how things can tend to behave. And it tends to reveal to us a little bit about sector rotation and how institutions treat particular sectors and the stocks within those sectors. Coach D with Tackle Trading. Hope you found this helpful.